Hiawayi Robinson case. Are you able to confirm that her cause of death is suffocation?
This is what I can tell you about the Hiawayi Robinson case. We have been working very closely with the Pritchard Police Department and the FBI and the ABI since the day Hiawayi Robinson went missing. There are literally hundreds of law enforcement officers that are working on this case in some capacity. The resources are being given to making sure that every stone does not go unturned in this case. I can't comment on that. This is very much an ongoing investigation, and reports, there are a lot of rumors, and there's a lot of speculation going on in this community about that. But it would not be proper and it would not be wise or in the best interest of this investigation for us to release anything regarding cause of death at this time.
When can we expect toxicology reports? Because of this case and because no arrests have been made, can you put a rush on those results?
We are working to make sure that this case is handled as quickly as possible so that we will be able to determine what the toxicology results are.
Any timetable at all estimated?
I can't give you any timetable. I know that, I will say this, that the Alabama Department of Forensic Sciences is doing a great job in trying to alleviate the backlog. There is still somewhat of a backlog, but it's not a year like it has been in the past.
I don't know if you can answer this, but just to clear up a little confusion, there have been talks that, Hiawayi had possibly walked to that convenience store. We'll need to see a video of her there. Can you say whether she was driven there or she walked there? Or can you not speak to any details?
Again, I can't speak to any details. This is very much an ongoing investigation, and it wouldn't be prudent for me to go into any details at this time.
Are you confident in any leads that you may have now?
We are confident that there are a lot of people working on this case, and we are confident that this investigation will continue until we get to the end result, and that is who killed Hiawayi Robinson.
There were, this family, this is the, I believe, third or fourth homicide in the past few months that this family has dealt with. Any reason to believe at all that previous homicides in this family are tied to this?
Again, I can't comment on any specifics regarding the investigation.
Let me ask you this then, since you can't comment on the specifics. For people in the community that just want to know more of, hey, with a case like this, more general speaking, what do you do? What are the steps? Can you talk more in general of, as investigators, what do you do when you have a case like this? What your steps are, so people kind of understand more of what the FBI and police are.
Well, I can tell the community that this is an incredibly coordinated effort between many agencies. I have not seen this coordinated of an effort between this many agencies in quite some time, and I'm very confident that the investigation is being handled very, very effectively, and that we have a lot of people working on this case, from the FBI, the ABI, the Pritchard Police Department, the Mobile County District Attorney's Office, the U.S. Attorney's Office, and you have covered a lot of these press conferences and public hearings that we've had on this, and you can tell there are a lot of people working on this case, more so than we've seen in a long time. And that's what the public needs to understand, is that there are a great number of law enforcement officers that are working very hard in trying to solve this case. It just takes time. There's no time frame by which we can solve cases. If that were the case, then our job would be really easy. But our job is not that easy, and this is just going to take time. And I ask the community to be patient, but know that we are on top of this and that we are doing everything we can to try and find our killer.
Will there be a time where there'll be some things made public, like cause of death or details surrounding the investigation?
Absolutely.
When would that be? When there's an arrest made?
It just depends. It just depends. There's an appropriate time for everything. It's just not appropriate for us to disclose that information.
What do you think will be maybe the key to kind of cracking this case? Is it more people coming forward, witness statements, or is it DNA, or is it video surveillance, or what is it?
Well, certainly, if anyone has any information in regards to her disappearance or the circumstances surrounding her leaving the apartment complex, we have asked in the past, and we are continually asking for anyone that has information about Hiawayi Robinson and the events surrounding her disappearance and death to please contact the Pritchard Police Department, if they don't feel comfortable there, contact the Mobile County District Attorney's Office or the FBI. All three agencies are accepting phone calls in regards to information about this case.
Spencer Collier, I believe, was in town recently. Is he still in town, or did he come here to oversee the beginning and then he's back in Montgomery?
He came to provide, to offer any assistance that he could. Members of the ABI are still here, still working on this case very diligently with the FBI and the Pritchard Police Department.
Can you talk at all about charges that you're looking at?